Hi everyone, Sarah Louise here. I don't know why I've got a low connection. Hi everyone, Sarah Louise here. I seem to be having connection problems. I did a Facebook Live earlier today, but when I watched it back, it was really blurred. Can you just let me know in the comment box below? Can you see me okay, or is it really blurred? If it's really blurred, then I'm gonna come off this live and I'll do one later. Can you just pop a comment box in the comments below and tell me if you can see me and hear me okay? We've had quite a lot of heavy snow here, and we've had some more snow showers today, and I think that must be what's affecting my internet connection. So I've come off the house internet connection and I've gone back to just my mobile, and I'm hoping that the connection's going to be okay. So please excuse the geek chic. Is it a little blurred? I am blurry. Can you hear me okay? Let me just try and switch it back to... Is that any better? I'll just wait a couple of seconds. I've got internet connection problems. Is that better? I've put it onto the home Wi-Fi. Am I still blurry or am I okay? That's okay and you can hear me okay. Right, so I did a Facebook Live earlier, and then when I watched it back, it was really blurry. Sorry, just picking up the little terror. So I just wanted to do a Facebook Live today to talk about 5 different steps to becoming an online leader. Now, I realise that when everybody starts an online business, not everybody wants to become a leader, and that's okay. Some people may just want to earn a couple of $100 a month, you know, a couple of £100. That's absolutely okay. You do not need to join a home-based business and become a leader. But for those people that are serious about wanting to change their life and have a big impact on other people online, then the best way for you to do that is to step up and become a leader. So I've written down 5 steps today that I think will help people to get really clear about what they need to do and the vision that they need to have to go forward to looking into leadership. Because at the end of the day, anybody can call themselves a leader. It's just a title. But for you to be a true leader, you have to be impacting people worldwide and impacting strangers worldwide that do not know you actually as a person, but what you're saying and what you're doing is impacting them in such a way that they're then going and taking action. That then puts you into a leadership title. They don't even have to be on your team. They're just taking away what you're doing and what you're saying, and it's inspiring them to want to do more and become more. That, in my eyes, is what a true leader is all about. So number 1 is create a vision. Now, online, I believe it's all about the dream. It's all about the vision. It doesn't really matter what products we sell. What matters is the lifestyle, the freedom. Sorry, let me just plug in my phone. Sorry, not the most professional Facebook Live. The battery's going flat. There we go. There we go. So yeah, it's all about the vision. It's all about the dream business. It's all about the freedom. It's about the lifestyle. And if we can't sell people the dream and the end result, it doesn't matter what products we have. People want to have more time freedom. They want to have location freedom. They want to be their own boss. They want to manage their own time. And if we can't give them that vision, they're never ever going to know what to do. So you have to be clear, first of all, yourself, in what do I want to be? Who do I want to become? You then have to picture yourself today, accept who you are today, but you have to vision the person that you want to become. You have to have a clear vision of who you want to become. because that vision is what people are going to buy into in your brand, because you're going to talk about who you are today, you're proud of the person that you are, but you're going to talk about your vision of who you want to become. That is what then will inspire other people to think, I've seen her transformation, so I believe I can do it too. By you sharing your vision and inviting people into your entrepreneurial journey, you're not pitching and selling them something, you're inviting them into your life and saying, follow my journey, be inspired what I'm doing, I will guide you the way, come with me. And that's literally all you're doing, is you're inviting people onto your vision of what you want to create for yourself. And if your vision is strong enough and people find you inspiring, they're going to want to reach out to you and be part of what you're part of. That's what makes your brand strong. And then number 2 is, this is your business. It is not a hobby. A lot of people get into this and they do not invest enough. So it just becomes a hobby. They're not really making any money. They're wasting a lot of time. So it's nothing more than a hobby. There's a big, big difference between running it as a business and running it as a hobby. So there's a direct link between how much you're investing in yourself and your results. I honestly believe that if you're not willing to invest money and time into yourself, then your income will never be as high as the people that are willing to invest time and money into themselves. You've got to, just bear with me 1 second. You've got to be investing by going to events. You've got to be investing in your self-development. You've got to either be investing in a mentor or a coach. And ideally, that person should come with the business that you join. So it's like a complete package. And, you know, you need to be learning daily. If you're not learning daily and you're just looking for free, and I mean free information all the time, the most expensive option for you is free information. Now, while I'm giving out all of this value to you for free, I've spent $15,000 in the last 9 months on my education. So the value I'm giving out for free has cost me a lot of money. I don't regret one single penny or dollar of that, because I look at my success that I've had to date so far and I'm still in profit from all of that I've spent. So, you know, you need to look at what you're doing and think, you know, are you actually willing to spend money on your career by investing in like an online course, or investing into going to an event, or investing in a coach? Because they're all going to project you forward in your career far sooner than you just watching some free YouTube videos, watching some Facebook lives and trying to figure it all out from yourself. The reason why paid is worth it is because paid comes from sources of knowledge, where a lot of free information on Facebook and YouTube comes from people that are giving value out that aren't actually yet having success. So if you're listening to people that aren't having success and you're following what they're saying for you to do, how do you know that that's the right person's advice to follow? At least when you pay for it, or you follow people that you know are genuinely successful, you know that what they are saying, they're living proof that it works. So just take that on board, that when you are following people, just make sure that you can clearly see that they are actually having results first. So the value they're giving out is worthwhile information. Then number 3 is, the fastest way to become an authority online is to teach. So I always talk about the learn, the do, the teach strategy. Now, the reason why you teach is because then that projects you to be a person of knowledge. It elevates you into that leadership, because again, you're educating people, you're inspiring people, you're motivating people. But the only way that you can teach is if you're learning. If you're one of these people that say, I can't do a Facebook Live because I have nothing to talk about, the reason why you have nothing to talk about is because you're not learning. So whatever industry you've joined, whatever niche, whatever product it is, whatever service, there is so much content out there on Google, YouTube, blogs, webinars, ebooks, courses. There is endless amounts of information out there, paid and free, for you to create content. There is no excuse why every single one of us can't produce content. You do not need to be creating your own content. You can seek information from all over, write your own notes, and then create your own content. That is the easiest way for you to do it. There's so much information out there that you have no excuse. But if you're saying, I can't do this and I can't do that, you won't. You have to be willing to learn, then you have to be willing to put that into action, and then you have to be willing to teach it. Now, you do not need to do a Facebook Live to do this. This is my way of giving my information out. You can do it in so many different ways that you've got to remember that if you invest into your education, that is the foundations to your success. I owe my Facebook page having the interaction it has and all of the comments and the way that I do my posting. It's because I bought an online course to teach me how to do that. And then it opened up my mindset to how to get in front of the right audience, how to get my message across without pitching and selling. So it means now... So it means now that I can literally create my own content because it's opened up my mindset of what my audience need to see. So number 4 is serving your audience. To build up an audience, you need to generate yourself daily leads. Now, the only way you're going to generate leads is by providing content that your audience want to hear and want to see. So generating leads is, new relationships with people. It's building up potential prospects, it's having new friends, but you need to be providing solutions on a daily basis. Now, if you don't want to do Facebook Lives, that's absolutely okay. You could do a step-by-step post where you're giving people step-by-steps of something to do. You may prefer to do it visually with some pictures and give some step-by-step pictures. You may find that you're a lover of quotes and motivation, and that's how you want to get your leads. You may want to do a small ebook or a fact sheet, a PDF. Whichever way you want to get your content out there to provide information to people is okay. Just because I'm here doing a Facebook Live doesn't mean that it's just a Facebook Live is the only way you can do it. If you're not comfortable getting in front of the camera, that is absolutely okay. But you need to pick a way of getting in front of your audience and then sticking to that consistently, daily, to be providing that for them. That's then how your audience will then start to build up that trust. And then the 5th one is leading by example. You cannot expect to be seen as a leader if you're not doing what you're telling your team to do. So if you're expecting your team to recruit, then you need to be recruiting. If you're telling your team they should be prospecting daily, then you need to be prospecting daily. If you're telling them they need to be networking and building up, a new audience, then you need to be doing that as well. When they join you, you need to be seen to be leading by example. They're going to look up to you, or should be, for you to give them the guidance. So they don't need to be micromanaged or bossed about, but you need to show them what you're doing and what's working, and then guide them to do the same. And while everybody needs to find their own way of what works for them, you need to be making sure that as a leader, that you are then giving them those steps to success. Because a lot of people do not have that mentality of just knowing what to do. If they're just left on their own, a lot will just feel overwhelmed and stuck and do nothing. So they're going to expect for you to give that helping hand and say, this is what you need to do. You need to give them the instructions, but then they need to actually go off and do it. Gizmo is such a nightmare. And then just to finish off about the last part is you want to make sure that you're standing out. So don't look at what everybody else is doing and feel like you've got to copy. You do not need to be a copycat of the successful people. What you want to do is you want to try and stand out online and stand out for a reason. So the more things I keep doing, the more I'm finding other people are doing the same. So I have to now keep stepping up and being one step ahead, because everybody now seems to be doing these value Facebook Lives. So I've got to look at other ways now that I can keep, you know, standing out to a fresh new audience for fresh new leads daily. So you've got to think about how can you stand out and be seen as somebody different than the rest. So rather than following the crowd and doing what everybody else is doing, think about the opposite and thinking, how can I do something different? So when I appear in the news feed, I stand out to everybody else. So maybe it's the way that you do your pictures. Maybe it's the way that you do your Facebook Lives. Maybe it's the way you do your posts. But you need to be doing something that makes you different to the rest. So think about, instead of thinking about people coming onto your Facebook profile, people are going to see you in the news feed first, and they're going to see you amongst all of everybody else's posts. So what would make someone just see your post amongst everybody else's? So think about colour, think about being bold, think about something that's slightly quirky. If you go through my timeline, you'll see some of my posts are a little bit risky sometimes. The reason why I do that is to stand out. You've got to sometimes just push the boundaries a little bit further than maybe you feel like you should. But they're the posts that often get the most interaction and the most likes and the most engagement. So it means that my audience are actually enjoying those that are a little bit more. It's like I said the other day, I said I've been pregnant with opportunities for the last 9 months. Well, of course I haven't been pregnant, but I've been in the industry now for like 9 months. So I said I've been pregnant with opportunity for 9 months. Instead of having a baby, I said I've created a brand. And that got huge amount of likes. I think it was like nearly 300 or something. Loads and loads and loads of comments. And people liked that, kind of like that little quirky twist of doing something a bit different. So don't be afraid to stand out and try something new. Because if it doesn't work, worst case scenario is you can just delete that post. But my advice to you is, you know, step outside your comfort zone, bring your true personality into your posts, and then you'll find that people will warm to you for being you. But if you lead with your best self at all times, you'll find that then your followers will come to understand who you are as a person. And then rather than you feeling like you've got to explain yourself, your content and your profile is very clear for people to see who you are. So again, that puts you into that leadership bracket of people feeling like they know you already before they've even had a one-on-one conversation with you in Messenger. They'll come onto your profile, they'll watch your videos, they'll look at your posts, and they'll feel like they know you. And at all the events I've been to, whether it's America or the UK, everyone's always come up to me and gone, oh, I feel like I've known you for ages, and they've only just met me because they've been watching all of my videos, they've been watching all of my posts. So they feel like they know who Sarah Louise is. So the day that they actually meet me in person, they feel like they've already known me for like months and months in advance. That then makes people feel comfortable because they feel like they already know you. And if you think back to your favourite people on TV, your favourite actor, your favourite actress, maybe your favourite reality TV star, your favourite music artist, you probably have never met any of them before. But you probably feel like you know them enough for them to be your favourite for a reason. So you can have that same impact yourself by having your own, what we call like reality TV show on your profile. So this is why I always say to people, lead with your best self, your positive self, because people are watching you all the time, even if they don't comment, even if they don't even like or love your post, and they don't actually leave a comment at all, there's so many more people watching you than you will ever know. So just remember that when you're posting, you want to be always posting something that is going to leave people thinking positively about you. And if somebody was to share your Facebook Live onto their profile, or share a post of yours onto their profile, or share it to a group, just remember that there's fresh eyes going on those posts at all times, and that is going to be somebody's first impression of you at all times. Every time you get a new set of eyes on one of your videos or posts that's been shared, that's somebody's very first impression of you. So just remember that you always want to be seen as being your best self. And I truly believe that if you follow these 5 steps, which is all I've been doing, that you can project yourself to be seen as a leader, because a leader's not down to how much money you make. A leader is simply the lives that you can impact. So don't feel like you need to be earning lots of money first before people will see you as a leader. You being a go-to person, providing a ton of value consistently on a daily basis, will project you into that leadership title. If you can impact people daily and people will enjoy your content and want to follow you, that is literally all you need to have to become a leader. So I hope there's been some helpful tips, for you to take away today. And by all means, feel free, to share this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I do apologise for Gizmo being naughty. But he does always like to try and steal the limelight. Thanks very much. Bye.